For families navigating the challenges of hearing loss, the Listen CI Camp is more than just a getaway. It's a lifeline, a place where children with cochlear implants and their families find connection, understanding, and hope. Imagine feeling isolated, different, and alone. For Peyton and her family, this was their reality, until they discovered the Listen CI Camp.
So this year particularly, Peyton would come home, and I'm gonna try not to cry when I say it, but she would say she's tired of being deaf. She doesn't want to be different anymore. And she had a lot of bullying issues, even from her teacher. And I wanted to show her that she's not alone.
At camp, these kids aren't just understood, they are celebrated. Here, every challenge becomes an opportunity for connection, and every success is shared by all.
The minute she walked into camp, her whole body changed, her body language changed, she softened. Matt, who is one of the volunteers that has CMV as well as Peyton, introduced himself to her, and that was it. I haven't got my child back yet. She's still having way too much fun and so happy to just be surrounded by kids like her.
I think this is often the only place that these families feel like they belong. They don't really feel like they belong in the hearing world. Oftentimes, they don't really feel like they belong in the deaf world. They're in between. They are oral, they hear, but it's very different than the way people with typical hearing hear.
The very first year I came, it was only for a Saturday to take photos of the kids. Am I going to be offensive to anybody? Am I going to hurt feelings if I take pictures of their ears? And you kind of are, you feel like the outcast because you don't want to be hurting anybody's feelings. And they're like, no, like, they're the stars. They're the ones that they really want to show it off to you. So let them show it to you. Be a part of that excitement with them. And that's where I got the excitement of, oh, this is fun.
Here these kids are playing hockey in the roller rink. Somebody's cochlear implant falls off. Everybody drops to their knees and looks for it immediately. You don't even have to tell them. And they're happy about it. They're not mad at the kid who lost the cochlear implant. It's amazing. These kids don't get to experience that anywhere else.
For many, camp is the first time they meet others like them. Brady discovered not only friendships, but the courage to advocate for himself, a skill that will serve him for his whole life.
My first time coming to camp, I was just like, wait, there's other people with cochlear implants? That's insane. And that's one thing that this camp taught me was it's okay that you need a little help. And it's okay to advocate for yourself and say, hey, I didn't quite hear that. Can you repeat that? You know, and that's just a small little thing, but for these recipients and these campers, that's a huge thing to ask for.
Camps had a big impact on me. Everyone says, hey, you know, 20 years of doing that was a very selfless act and you're a very good person for doing that. But look, this is truly a selfish act because I get a lot out of it, you know, and those that have come here and those that have witnessed it realize that this is something special. And you go home, you know, driving down this mountain, you feel great about what you were able to do at camp. You feel a little bit sad that you have to leave camp for another year.
Camp isn't just for the kids, it's for the whole family. Parents connect with others who understand their journey, while siblings find their own sense of belonging.
This is the only cochlear implant camp that I know of that focuses on the family, where the families can come together and you can focus on not just the kid with cochlear implants, but also the siblings and the parents, and you let them be a kid and be around children who are just like them with cochlear implants.
You know, I think the very first time we came here, it was, we pulled up and we saw all these other kids, children with CIs, and then to see the look on Niall's face was a moment that I will never forget. It was like tears of joy. Just, we live in Iowa where there's not a lot of children in our town that have cochlears.
He's the only one in his school that has cochlear implants. So it's super exciting for him to see other kids.
He's very strong, yes. Yeah, you're strong. The camp is amazing for Niall, hands down, but it's also amazing for Stella to see other siblings just like her that have a sibling like Niall, and to learn from them and let her be in her own group here too.
Camp is a celebration of hearing, of connection, and of the milestones that make every journey unique.
Every year on the day that he was activated, September 8th, we always have a Super Ears birthday party, and so we always get a cake and just have a nice dinner, and we just celebrate the fact that he can hear so well.
He does fun things, and he just loves me because I make his day and love him, because he's my best brother ever, because he's so nice. And I love him.
I think the first words when they turned her on, I looked at her and I said, "Peyton, I love you." And she turned to me and she goes, "I love you, Mom." And that was it. You know, ever since then, she has just gone into the world of hearing, and she's loved being a part of it. Well, I broke down crying in one of the social emotional parent connection, and that was because of the bullying she had gone through in this last year. And it was so nice to sit around people that are going through the same thing, and parents to look at me and say, "Hey, we went through that too, try this," different suggestions, things I didn't think about, little nuggets of very small things that you wouldn't think mattered but would make a huge difference.
For every child still waiting to feel seen, for every parent searching for a place where their family belongs, and for every moment of joy still waiting to be celebrated, there is hope. But that hope needs your help.
If we had more funding, more families like us and kids like Niall could come to camp and enjoy this beautiful experience.
We have 48 families on the wait list for this summer, and that only gets longer every year. Families are just desperate for the opportunity to come together with other families like them. We need more help. We need to get those families that are waitlisted to camp every year. We're going to need about an additional $75,000 to do that. So we need help, and there is no donation that is too small.
Visit listenfoundation.org/legacy or simply scan the QR code on your screen to make a gift today. When you give, you're not just making a donation, you're ensuring a lifetime of listening and spoken language success for deaf children. Visit listenfoundation.org/legacy. Give now. Change a life forever.